Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II! Let's continue through Semitt Falls and see if we can find some of that Mythril around here that the king was talking about. Last time, we freed the slaves from Salamand, and, well, now we can continue onward through here. Let's see. I'm gonna have Maria go after the soldier in the back there, because she's the only one who's really gonna be able to deal significant damage to the guy, and I'll have Furion and Minwu take care of the goblins up front. I'm not worried about, well, the goblin guards running away because, well, they just won't run away from us like the regular goblins do. The way enemies determine if they're gonna run away from you is based on a couple of factors. I think every enemy has like a morale stat or something that determines like how likely they are to run away, but then in this game, it's also based on, your HP, your current HP. So you take the current HP of your entire party, and that's also weighed against that as well. So naturally, if you have more HP, the enemies are going to be more scared, and thus likely to run away from you. But they can only run away from you if it's a battle that is possible for you to run from. So it applies to both of you, whether enemies can run or not. So if you're like fighting a boss or an enemy guarding something or whatever, you can't run away, but enemies can't run away too. But alright, we got an antidote. By the way, as far as antidotes and eye drops go, unless I get really tight on money, I would recommend holding on to them for later for curing the permanent status ailments, Envenomed and Blind there. So we'll see about that. Early on, I was selling them because I was really short on money, but now we're doing a bit better on that. So we'll see. Wow, this one could take a while here. Now, with the bow attacks that you see the goblin guards and the soldier use there, that can hit anyone in the back row too, like Maria. But since they are considered a special ability, kind of like a magic spell, it does count towards your magic evasion experience there to gain levels for that. So that still works okay. It's just the multi-targeting ones that have that spirit bug that Furion has to deal with. Now, Maria is getting pretty light on MP there. So what I want to do now is I want to cast the swap spell on her with Minwu there. The way it works is it exchanges your current HP and MP with that of the target. So it's kind of a way for me to circumvent the need for like ethers or grinding up more maximum HP for her or whatever there. So I wanted to wait until she got down to about 13 MP, because as you'll see here, I'll get 14 MP, then it'll take the cost of the swap spell off of that, so that now it's 11 there, and I want to have Minwu with at least 10 MP for the remainder of the dungeon there. So, okay, yeah, let's go with a good Blizzard spell there, and get in some physical attacks. So that's why I've been kind of hanging on, concerned about Maria's MP there. Not so much for her, but for Minwu there. But, well, yeah, of course we got HP and MP for him. We just used the swap spell there. Okay, wow, we took a lot of damage, but Gaia's pretty good, is doing pretty good on his MP there, so that's pretty nice. And let's see, let's get a multi-target one in there. How are we doing on our magic experience? Okay, pretty good. But alright, so up here we get the Fire Tome, and that's why I hadn't bought one for Maria, because we find one here. And that's going to become a top priority for me to level up for her. But I only want to level it up to level 2, and then I want to stop there. I don't want to start using it again until we get to another dungeon coming up, where pretty much everything there is going to be weak to fire, and I want to keep its levels low because, well, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the MP cost of spells is equal to its level. So, pretty straightforward there. And fire will be a very welcome addition. It is by far the best of the 4 basic elements that we'll have access to eventually. But here, we got a new enemy, green slimes. These guys are like the flans of the game. They have extremely high physical defense. You're not getting through that unless you get like a critical hit or something. These guys are weak to fire and ice. So let's go put our new fire spell to use. Another thing about these guys is that they are a rank 2 enemy. Every enemy in the game has a rank stat associated with it from 1 to 7. The higher the rank, the tougher the enemy you're fighting there. And that is a factor in how much experience you get per physical attack with your weapons or cast of your spells there. So you can't just like fight weak enemies forever and just grind up your stats like that. I mean, you can, but it would take forever without the select cancel trick. So the idea is that as you progress through the game, you'll fight tougher and tougher enemies, so that way you can keep on getting weapon and magic experience there. Ooh, a little bit of strength there for Furion. Nice. Yeah, just take that and we'll be good. So yeah, that's one thing I am concerned about, particularly for Furion and Guy, because at this point they both have their weapons at level 2, and if I'm fighting a rank 1 enemy, I'm only going to get 1 experience with my first attack, and then 1 experience for each subsequent one. But like on a rank 2 enemy, I would get 2 experience for my first attack, and then 1 for each subsequent hit there as well. But for now, I want to focus on keep on developing my shell spell there, because these guys, as you can see, can poison you. They're not strong against the thunder spell, so I could probably still use that on these guys and be okay. But they do absorb the poison element, which is the Scourge spell, or arrow in the Neo Demi-Force translation there. But it is poison. It's kind of weird how they handle the 4 elements like that. But, well, that's how it works. We got fire, ice, thunder, and poison, which we're not going to be getting the Scourge spell for quite some time. We normally don't have access to that until much later in the game. But I do eventually want to get it, since I'm not going to have instant death around this time to deal with enemies that would be weak to poison, or the Berserk spell, as I recall. But, okay, let's see. With this guy, I'm thinking now, let's go with fire. Let's keep working on fire a little bit there. I was thinking about working on thunder to get it up to level 3, which I do want to do soon. But not right now, because I'm going to have other opportunities to work on that soon enough, viewers, soon enough. Now let's see, straight up from where we are, that actually leads to the end of the dungeon, but I don't want to go there just yet. I want to take a side path there first, and then we'll swing back around here. Oh yeah, there was a trap room that I passed up on the previous floor there. You might have noticed on the north side of the floor. But, well yeah, that's a trap room, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? This might be a good time to use my thunder spell. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's multi-target this one, though. Just to soften things up a little bit. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to work on shell now, even though none of these enemies have magical attacks. Well, at least we got a decent amount of damage there. Thunder 2 should be able to finish those 2 guys off there. That's why I multi-targeted it, because I figured I was going to be just a little short to finishing them off there. Alright, got him. And let's see, there's going to be another trap room coming up here in the upper left. If I ever, like, go past a door like that and I just like, forget about it or don't think to mention it again, it's because it's a trap room and there's nothing in there. So just assume that anything that I pass up is that. I will be getting every single chest in the game, as usual. But hey, alright, level 3 Thunder Spell. Nice. That'll really help out against the boss of this place. So yeah, there's another one of those trap rooms. Let's see, I could probably kill these guys with a multi-targeted fire spell there. So let's go with that, and yeah, let's keep working on Shell there. By the way, these guys, as well as the... Well, you saw the soldiers and the green, or the goblin guards earlier. Well, they were green. But yeah, you saw them earlier with their bow attacks that are single targeting. These guys with their self-destruct attack, that, even though it checks against your physical defense for its damage, it still checks against your magic evasion for the accuracy of it. So what you could do if you wanted was, if you leave them at maximum HP, they'll still keep on trying to use self-destruct over and over again, even though they can't because they're not at max HP, and that'll still count towards your magic evasion experience. So if you wanted to, you could grind it up that way, though I'm just going to be using Shell there, so I'm not really worried about it. Now you see with Maria here how I've gotten quite a bit of experience here. I think I fought 3 battles with rank 1 enemies and 2 battles with the slimes there, the rank 2 enemies. That's because I'm getting 5 experience against the rank 2 enemies and 4 experience against the rank 1 enemies. So you see how they're contributing more experience per battle there. And by the way, as far as enemy ranks are concerned, I think it's based on the entire formation of the battle, not the individual enemy that you target there. So, like, I think it's based on the lowest enemy rank that is present in the battle. So if you're fighting like a bunch of rank 5 enemies, but there's a rank 1 enemy with them, anything you do during the battle will be as though you're using it against a rank 1 enemy, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure that's how that works there. But alright, we got a chest here. I want to make some preparations, namely putting Furion and Guy into the back row here, because we've got a teleport tome with monsters inside! In this case, a rank 3 enemy, the land turtle. This guy has really high physical defense and a pretty good physical attack at this point in the game that would normally be really tough to deal with. You can pierce that defense with the blizzard spell. It's going to be weak to that. But because it is a rank 3 enemy, I want to somewhat prolong the battle a little bit there by casting spells that it's not going to be weak against, so I can get quite a bit of extra experience there that I otherwise would not be getting. Now, the reason why I had Minwu cast Swap when he did was so that way he would have at least 10 MP left, so that way he can cast the Protect spell twice upon himself there. So once here, once for another battle coming up there. So with Maria at 13 MP minus the 3 from the swap, he'd have the 10 MP that I need to cast Protect. So by putting everyone in the back row except Minwu, and then having Minwu cast Protect on himself, I am basically invulnerable to the guy, and I can kill him at my leisure. But alright, yeah, I'm just gonna use Shell for the experience there. But yeah, let's cast all the spells that we've got here. Get a little experience going there. Not Minwu, of course, but for Maria and Guy there. Yeah, you see, we can't even hit each other at all there. Okay, yeah, enough playing around there. Finish the guy off there, Maria. Thanks. Maybe get a little weapon experience there for Guy while we're at it. You don't actually have to have completed your action in the round in order to get experience for it. You just need to input the command, and then you're good to go. But alright! Okay, so let's see. We got that teleport tome there. And I think I was saying something earlier about that, but it can function as an instant death spell. In battle, you cast it on an enemy. It does have a base accuracy of 0% in this version of the game, but that gets augmented by your spirit stat. So the accuracy per level of the spell is essentially equal to your spirit stat. I am not going to be using it for instant death, but if you were going to use instant death, I would recommend using this one for your white mage, because you get it a lot earlier than more accurate instant death spells that you wouldn't be able to get until much later in the game. So let's see. Yeah, it would have 17% accuracy there. Not too good. So basically, I'm only going to be using the teleport spell for warping out of dungeons. It works just like the exit spell in Final Fantasy 1. It warps you completely out of a dungeon. Let's get everyone except Maria back up to the front row there. But in this game, unlike Final Fantasy 1, for some godforsaken reason, they made it so that the protect spell... or not protect. The teleport spell drains you of almost all of your HP for... Yeah, I don't know why. They wanted to make it like a drawback, or maybe make you have to have a choice, like, well, you can teleport out of here, but you're going to take a lot of damage that you otherwise would have taken by fighting enemies on the way out, or something. I don't know. But in any case, let's see what we got going on here. Wow, that's really good damage for a level 1 spell. I'm surprised she dealt that kind of damage there, but so much the better. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I should... how are you doing on your spells? Yeah, I should have used Shell instead of Protect. I want to get Shell up to level 2 eventually, but, You know, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm not as concerned about the weapon experience for him. So, yeah, let's go that way. Maria has more than enough MP to get through the remainder of the dungeon at this point. We're almost at the end there. We'll be fine. But now I don't really feel the need to work on her Thunder spell. Now that I've gotten up to level 3, that will suffice for quite some time there. And we get a little more strength there for Firion. Awesome. Not worried about the intellect loss for him there. But I do want to get more weapon experience so I can get more evasion for him and agility gains. Usually I would have gotten like 1 or 2 points by this point, but this does seem to be taking a bit longer than it usually does for me, but oh well. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let's keep on working on Shell there. And, yeah, let's spread out my attacks. I don't know, one of them might get lucky and get both hits in there. It could happen. Maybe. Or not. Hey, all right. Someone got up off their ass and did their job! Wow, I'm getting quite a bit of good damage on there on fire. I'm surprised I'm getting... That seems like a crit or something, but that seems way too consistent for that to be the case. I don't know. Well, I'm not really worried about what damage I'm taking. Guy is not going to be running out of MP anytime soon, so I'm not worried about that. Although he is getting quite a bit of... maximum HP there. Woo! Intellect gain. Nice. How are we doing there? Ooh, we're getting close to where I want to go. I want to get her up to 24 intellect soon. Not right now, but there is a very specific reason why I want to get up to 24 intellect for her. It'll be really useful for us. How are we doing on there? Okay, 1 more shell, and we'll be up to level 2. And then we'll be in really good shape. Okay, so let's get back here. Too bad I didn't have the warp spell by this point, but it's just way too much at this point. I'll worry about it later. But let's see, multi-target fire? I'd be a little concerned about that, but let's go with it anyway. I'm concerned that it might not be able to kill all of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't. But, well, I'll see what we can do. Hopefully they won't kill anyone. But I mean, they are weak to it, so... Okay, good. Phew. At least we're getting some of them. The 1 will explode. Or 2. Or 3. Whoops. Well, that didn't go as planned. Well, we'll be fine. But at least we're getting HP gains. Maybe Maria or Firion, that'll work too. Eventually, I do want to get most of my party up to like 100, 120 HP, but that's not a really high priority at this point. I don't think that's really necessary until we get through a couple more dungeons. Though I do like to spread out the HP grinding a little bit, though it's not absolutely critical. Okay, the room to the right is a trap room. But, alright, we made it to the end eventually. Nuts. Okay, well, we can go with a good fire spell while we're at it. Why not? And then we'll be good. But alright, let's see. Yeah, bow attacks are really good for helping out your magic evasion levels. Because, well, the multi-targeting spells won't do that for you. Not in this version of the game, anyway. But alright, okay, so let's get Blizzard a little work there. And some weapons. Oh, come on! The guy has 45 HP. Really? Well, whatever. We made it. Hooray! Ooh, garlic. That's a drop from the soldier there. You can use it as an item in battle, and it will deal quite a bit of damage to undead type enemies, so I might want to hold on to that for later. But otherwise, okay, let's see. How are we doing? Okay, we're good there. Okay, so, same thing as we did against the land turtle there. Put everyone except Minwu in the back row there. And let's see. Yeah, I think we're all good to go. For boss time! Yeah, I thought I'd insert the boss music that they have in the PS1 version of the game. Yeah, you see, this is why I wanted to have everyone up above, like, 60 HP. Because, yeah, this guy will kill you with his level 3 bow attack there. But otherwise, this is also the reason why I wanted to have 5 more MP for Minwu there, so that we could survive his physical attacks. Which we're not doing a very good job of. Well, now we can. But, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, Minwu is pretty much served its purpose here. You could also use the fog spell on the sergeant to prevent it from using his bow attacks. That's another option there. But, okay, so let's see. I haven't had a chance to do anything with Guy there. So just like with the land turtle, I want to prolong the battle a little bit with Maria's weaker spells to get some additional experience from this guy because, well, he's a rank 3 enemy, so we can get more experience for each of those spells, and then we'll finish the guy off. He only has like 140 HP, so this should be like a 4 or 5 round battle at most, I think, with your magic spells. I think the developers kind of intended you to have either rank 2 weapons, not like the enemy ranks, no, I mean like the tier 2 weapons, like the long sword or the dagger for Guy there. So that way you could pierce the armor a little better, but even then, it would still be really hard to get through this guy's physical defense there. So you're still probably going to need, like, a little bit of black magic there. I think they kind of intended you to, like, have characters dabble a little bit in other spells. Even though I'm specializing in, like, specific ones. Like all black magic or all white magic or all physical attacks or however you want to go about it. But alright, that should be good. Haha! Gotcha! Sergeant of the Master Sergeants Extreme! Now, but we did get another intellect gain. Ooh, lots of good stuff there. And for defeating him, we get the Mythril at last. But alright, let's get out of here, and then well, we can. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually use our teleport spell. How are we doing on HP? Yeah, Minwu's already getting a bit light on HP, so we might as well have him use the teleport spell, and it'll bring him down to critical HP, but we're good to go otherwise, and then we can, well, we gotta take the Mythril back, but can we make it in time to forward some equipment to use against the Empire? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy II! This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!